Hi guys, welcome to Brains and the Beat here on YouTube. My son just went to sleep, so I'm going to try keep it a little bit quiet in today's video. And today's video we're actually going to be talking about one murder and an attempted murder that another Jamaican man committed recently. And this was a day ago that they put out this story. So as you guys know, there have been back-to-back attacks and instances where Jamaican men have been murdering their wives, common law wives, their girlfriend, and people have this notion that women are provoking the men, and that's why they're doing what they're doing, and they're trying to give justifications of their actions and all that. When in truth and in fact, there's no justification for you to murder somebody. If them a cheat on you, if them don't want you anymore, if they're just not somebody that's making you happy, walk away. Walk away. There's 100 million more women in the world that you can be with. There's not one woman in the world. But let's get into this story. And it says detectives assigned to the St. Catherine North Police Division have arrested and charged a man for murder, attempted murder, assault, and arson, which were allegedly committed in McCook's Pen, St. Catherine, and Maxfield Avenue, St. Andrew, respectively, on one single day, Friday, September 14th. So he killed one lady. He attempted to kill both ladies one day, back to back, and he only ended up killing one, and one survived. Dead is 47-year-old Denise Bright of McCook's Pen, St. Catherine. Charged with murder, attempted murder, assault at a common law, and arson is 63-year-old Ernest White, a construction worker of McCook's Pen, St. Catherine. Reports from Spanish Town police were that about 10 p.m., White and Bright were involved in an argument when White allegedly used a machete to inflict multiple wounds to the Bright's body and fled the scene. Bright died from the wounds that was inflicted on her. About 2:25 p.m. on the same day, White reportedly went to Mansfield Avenue and got into another dispute with another female and allegedly used a knife to inflict stab wounds to her body before setting the house ablaze in the community. The fire was extinguished and the woman was assisted to the hospital for treatment. White was arrested later that day and was charged with the offenses on Wednesday, October 10th. White was arrested later that day and was charged with the offenses on Wednesday, October 10th. He is scheduled to appear in the St. Catherine Parish Court on Tuesday, October 16th. So this man killed one woman and attempted to kill another woman and then set the woman's house on fire that he tried to kill. Can you be more vicious? Can you be more heartless? And one of them was his common law wife that he murdered, like not even attempted, murdered. And people want to make justifications for these men's action, and it's beyond me. How do you justify and murder somebody and then going ahead after you murder somebody, you flee the scene and then get into another altercation with another woman and then try to murder another woman? Like, you're a serial killer. That's exactly what you are. You're a woman serial killer. That is crazy to me. And me and my husband was having this conversation yesterday about how emotionally unstable. A lot of Jamaican men are, and we see it in our comment section and we see it in our interactions all the time, because they'll come in our comment section and say very disrespectful things to both me and my husband, and then they try to ensue in a argument with me. I can understand if a female is trying to argue with me. We're emotional creatures, we're emotional beings, and that's just how we react to certain things. But when a Jamaican man is in my comment section and trying to argue with me, then that brings a cause for concern. Like, no alpha male, no real man is supposed to be in a comment section on the internet trying to argue with somebody that they don't know personally. It's off-putting. It's kind of offensive, honestly. And then my husband had the same experience. They tried to argue with him, and he's like, I'm an alpha male. I'm a real man. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to block and delete you. And then when he do block and delete them, they go to his WhatsApp and leave these emotional voice notes and these emotional long messages, and if you don't reply, then they get even more emotional and leave more emotional voice messages, which is crazy, not only to me but to him, because we have been together for a while, and I mean a while, and I don't even leave him those type of voice messages. Like, it's crazy. Yes, I don't know if it's something, somebody said, I don't know if it's something in the water, something in the food, or just the 21st century males that are growing up now, or what it is, or they're not being raised the same way. They're not being raised by alpha males, and that's why they're acting the way that they're acting. But it's crazy. You can't warrant violence at all. You can't justify it. Even if she did a treat, even if she have man a little near bed, even if you buck her up on a fat piece of something and in your own house, walk away. It's not worth your life, and it's not worth her life, because you're going to end up in jail. And that's exactly what's going to happen to this man right now. He's going to end up in jail for a long time, if not for the rest of his life. This is murder we're talking about. And if he gets anything done 25 years to life, I'm going to be very, very suspicious, because he murdered one person in cold blood. They have the evidence of that. He attempted to murder another person. But people like Vybz Kartel, and I'm sorry to bring him up, people like Vybz Kartel, there's no proof, there's no evidence of him murdering anybody, but they sent him to prison for 25 to life. So when I'm watching these cases and reporting on these cases and talking about these cases about Jamaican men killing people in cold blood, make sure that the type